Cal, can you say, welcome to our puppet show?
Welcome to my puppet show.
Hi, I'm a puppet. What's your name?
I'm Get the pig.
You're the pig?
Yes,
Wow, what do you like to do in the daytime, pig?
I'm gonna get butters.
I'm gonna get butters. Okay, well, this is an interactive puppet show. We really play with the whole room here. It's like when the actors come into the audience during Cats. What's the dinosaur say in the puppet show, Cal?
Welcome to my.
Welcome to my.
Hello.
Hello,
Wel-
dinosaur.
Welcome to the puppet show.
How are you today?
Whoa! Now I'm in the real world.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, now I'm back in the puppet show.
Hi, Calvin.
I'm a Brontos. Oh. Whoa! Want to put Butters in the puppet show?
That's a good idea to put butters.
What do you
That's a
say?
good idea. That's a good idea to put Butters in.
All right.
Butters is in the puppet show.
Oh, Butter. Cal, what's Butter say at the puppet show?
Welcome to my puppet show.
Right.
Wow, good reading, Cal.
Welcome to Puppy Dog.
Puppy dog.
That's exactly what I wrote. Calvin, you were
Oh,
so
what?
all white. Should we get started?
Yes.
Should we show the mommies and the daddies and the kids at home how to make their own puppet show?
Yes.
Okay. We gotta put pants on you first, though. Alright. Do you like wearing pants? You do? Okay, well, Cal, do you know how we should start? I think we should go make a coffee. Because this is just as much about self-care for mama as it is for baby.
It's an emergency.
It's an emergency. Okay, let's go make a coffee. And now we make coffee. Because if we don't have coffee, then nothing gets done. And that's kind of the mantra of being a mom. Cal? Right here. He's British because he watches Peppa Pig more than he listens to his parents, so. The other day we were driving and he saw mountains. Oh, babe, I haven't told you this. We were driving and he was in the backseat, obviously, and he saw mountains and he goes, wow, those are brilliant.
No.
Yes.
Oh, he's not gonna be. We gotta. Don't. He's not gonna be doing that.
Well, I mean, what?
He's not gonna be looking at mountains saying they're brilliant like a British, like
Like a Harry Potter character.
Yeah, that's. We watch too much British stuff.
Now, we've already made our first mistake of the day, which is putting the 12-ounce coffee in the 10-ounce cup. So, not as bad as I thought. Maybe it's bigger than I thought. And still room for milk.
You're not gonna drink all that though, huh?
You don't know me. To be frank, you don't know me between the times of 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. because you're always asleep, and that's when I have my coffee. Like a regular person instead of 40 times a day like you.
Don't ever call yourself Frank. To be frank.
Let me mark. See ya.
Oh, I'm leaving? Okay.
Well, you just said you were leaving.
Outtakes. Whoa!
Oh, this is how you know he's on camera because he's picking something up.
Well, somebody's got to do it. Oh, good orange is great.
What do you think's in there?
Peppa Pigs. That's
This is
so
Peppa
cute.
Pig house.
See you, babe. Love you.
Love you. So this is our first activity for the channel, and I'm really stoked. It's super easy, really fun. We've been having fun with this all morning. I don't know if I'm always going...
Doing that.
He likes doing that. I don't know if I'm always going to do it like this, as in, I don't know if I'm gonna make it first always, but since I'm still getting my feet wet trying to figure out what everything is, I figured I would make it first, and this is what we made. It's a puppet show, obviously, and a stage, and we have tissue paper curtains. We can bring anything in here. It doesn't have to be just the puppets, but the fun thing to do with your kids especially is to make the puppets. I made a very simple guy. Cal made a Blue's Clues inspired blue dog. I don't know what we'll end up making today. And it's super fun, and I hope that you guys have as much fun doing this with your kids as we had. So every week, I'm going to be making a PDF like this that gives you the supplies. My goal is not to have any of the supplies in total be more than $25 because this is a project with your kid. It doesn't need to be building a spaceship. Also, as you see the video progress, you will see inevitably my house get a little bit more and more messy, and that's because I have a toddler and there's no getting around it, and I've learned to embrace it and love the messes as much as I can.
The postcard is finished.
So the first thing that you're gonna need is some kind of wrapping paper. I liked it because I feel like it wasn't too glossy and it didn't feel really like a wrapping paper that you would use for a birthday party or something. And so this is what we're going to be wrapping the entire puppet show place in. So it's up to you, whatever you want, whatever you like, totally up to you. Next, you will need socks. Some kind of old sock that you don't mind parting with. In Cal's case, he has this sock. It's good because it's tight for his little hands. I originally tried to give him one of these giant socks, and it was just like a sleeve on his arm, so it was pointless. So I got him a tinier sock, and then me this big boy old sock. I just looked at my supply list and it said googly eyes, and I had to rip them off the other ones because one of Cal's favorite things to play with is googly eyes, and I had probably 100 of them, and now I have 4, literally 4. Oh God. Guys, craft is canceled. Crisis averted. We found 2 more googly eyes stuffed in a little cabinet downstairs, so we got the googly eyes. Next up, you need tissue paper. I prefer red because red looks like curtains. But even construction paper would work as long as it's red. Really any color, but red is what I prefer. Now these are the optional fun pieces. This is just going to be whatever you can decorate or want to decorate your puppet with. So I have some felt pieces. I think I got these in like a pack at Michael's a year ago or something, with pom-pom balls and these little pipe cleaners and just all sorts of stuff the kids like and they glue onto things. So that's what we have here. Hope none of that was ink. The most important thing that you will need is something that I'm sure every mom in America, most moms in America, probably have in their garage right now, and they can't get rid of them, and this is a perfect solution. So you're gonna get any kind of Amazon or cardboard box. I would say it needs to be around 1 foot by 1 foot by 2 feet-ish. Doesn't have to be that exact size, but I would say that this is probably a good size for your puppet show stage. So on that PDF page, you'll see just a general supplies section, and this is stuff that you'll probably already have at home. Scissors, masking tape, duct tape for sure, a white piece of printer paper. Preferably not with something on the back like this, but just a white sheet of paper. Hot glue gun for sure. If you don't already have one of these, moms and dads, this is going to save you in not just puppet show situations. There are so many reasons that I use this hot glue gun in my house, and it is just a godsend. So if you don't have one, I think they're pretty cheap. I think you can get one for like 20 bucks at like a Michael's. Scotch tape, of course, and a Sharpie, which I don't know where it is, and that scares me that my toddler has it. And last but not least, a box cutter.
Okay.
It's time for the fun part. I'm on my second coffee. Our video guy is on his first coffee, so we have 3 coffees going, which you might need when you're doing anything with your kids. And we love them, but it's a lot. And this part is really just going to be cutting and taping and wrapping. So depending on how old your kid is, he or she may enjoy watching you and being with you and helping tape and cut. But in my case, I have a 2 1/4-year-old, and he does not need to be here for this part. It probably won't be fun for him, and it's a pretty quick and easy process, so I'm just gonna do it by myself. You do whatever is good for your family. So we start out with the Amazon box. What is still in there? Oh, there's the Sharpie that I lost. I knew it was somewhere. This is going to be our puppet stage. We are going to cut about 1 inch on every single side of the flap. So you're gonna lay it down with the tape side up, and you're going to be cutting about 1 inch on every single side. This does not have to be exact by any means. It just has to be somewhat straight. We'll do that on all 4 sides. Feel free to use a ruler. I'm not a measuring kind of gal per se. It's not as much fun for me if I have to use like extra tools. Take your scissors and cut. This is what I've got a box cutter for. Depending on how comfortable you are with using a box cutter on a surface, like in this case I have my coffee table, which I don't want to ruin with a box cutter. So we have our cutting board, and then you're just gonna slice away. Beautiful. Repeat on all 4 sides. It also should be noted that you're gonna be saving one of these smaller pieces, one of these ends that you cut off for the banner, the title of your puppet show. So make sure to keep at least one of these, and 2 if you feel like you might mess one up. So now we have our very beautiful box. What we're gonna wanna do is fold in the big guys and then have the smaller piece on top. Gonna take your duct tape, get a big old piece, enough to fit across, cut that, and then you're gonna split this boy in half. Oh, gorgeous. I'm gonna take her, stick her across the end, and then seal it on the edge. Perfect. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So now we have that other piece. We are going to line her up, stick her on. Beautiful. Now you're gonna take the back that's still sealed, if it is still sealed, unseal it. Nothing better than that slice of the Amazon box. Gonna get our cutting board, and we are going to slice these off completely. So from the edge. Oh, so now we have a little cut on our coffee table. Don't tell Chris. So we have this, it's our box, our foundation, if you will. So now is the exciting part, in the sense that we're going to make this look much nicer than it does now. So we're going to be wrapping with whatever paper you've chosen. So what you're gonna wanna do, start with the open, completely open section on the bottom. Roll out your paper. Take a sip of coffee because you need it. And then we're gonna pull her around. This is actually quite important. You wanna make sure that you're centering it to the edge of the paper if it's a standard 3-foot roll. In this case, I think I have probably maybe 6 inches on each side. And then feel your lip of your cardboard. Add an extra maybe inch and a half to that. Take your handy Scotch tape, get a nice decent sized piece, stick it right in the center, and then fold it back into the box. It is okay at this moment that you have these little wrinkles. We will take care of that at a different time. So you're gonna bring it back around, and you are going to do the exact same thing on this side as well. So I'm going to feel where the lip is, about here. So I wanna add about an inch. Feel free to measure this if you don't feel comfortable. Piece of tape, center it, and we're gonna bend it. Oop, did this guy a little bit big, but that's okay. You can rip the edges a little bit if you need to, no worries. And just fold it in without it. It's taped on the other side. I'm gonna do what I was going to do on this side. You're gonna cut along the edges here, along the corners. So just cut them right to the edge of those corners. And then you're going to take your masking tape and you're gonna go inside. You can even go inside from here, it's a little easier to see. And you're gonna tape your wrapping paper from the inside and just fold it over so it looks nice and streamlined. Do this guy that we ripped a little bit. Again, this does not need to be the prettiest thing, it just needs to be somewhat secure. And that is our puppet show frame on this side. Beautiful. So now you're gonna flip it up so it's vertical, facing you. You wanna wrap it a little funky. You're gonna bring it all the way down. Take your tape, tape it here in the center. Flip it up this way, and you're only going to be folding the edge closest to the one that you've already taped down. So you're gonna fold it into a triangle, and seal it down, and then just take your tape and fasten it. Flip it over, and you're gonna do the same thing on this side as well. Take it, fold it over. So if you think about this really, it's just basically like wrapping a present in just kind of a funky way. So this corner, what you wanna do is you wanna fold it over and make sure the line is diagonal to your board. And then you're gonna peel it back the same way that we've been taping all the other sides. Same thing on this side. Diagonal. Fold it back, take some tape. So this box is a hair bigger than the one that I did earlier today. So we still have this little piece right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your paper and cut whatever size you need if you're like me and you need a little filler. So I'll cut maybe like a 2" by 5" piece. And then I will literally just tape it on. Beautiful. So we have 1, 2, 3 sides of our puppet show stage done. You're gonna repeat the same steps on the other side, and again, it's just like wrapping a present. So again, we're gonna start with our biggest side. Also, I should note, let's say you rip a piece or something isn't big enough or you tape something that you weren't supposed to. With crafts like these, and probably most of what we're gonna be doing on this channel, you can always fix it. It is always fixable. There's no need to stress. Nothing about this process should be stressful. The reason I started this really in the first place was I would watch YouTube videos. I remember when I was pregnant in particular. I was watching videos on how to be a mom basically, and what to buy and what to dress them in and how often to change them, and I was so overwhelmed. And I was like, it seems like such an impossible thing. So this is a perfect example. None of the tape is staying. It can always be fixed. And what I've learned in my short time, my 2.5-ish years as a parent, is that it's not this glamorous, terrifying process. It can be messy, and it can be not as functional or perfect as you envisioned in your head. And it still is going to be the super fun experience that you get to share with your kids because you love them. And if you love them, that's all that they'll remember anyways. They probably won't remember these projects. You will, I'm sure. I will be stuffing all the photos in my kids' faces and be like, remember when we did this? And they'll be like, you're so annoying, Mom. But I know for me, my mom was like, she was ahead of her time. She was such a rad mom. She let me get dirty and let me make mistakes, and I could paint and get stuff on my shirt, and it was this environment where I felt like I wasn't, it didn't have to be nice and neat. And there's something I think really beautiful about that. And maybe that's not the way that you parent. I guess it's really only the way that I know. But I can say that it has been really healing for me, I guess, in a way, to realize that it's okay to just not be perfect and get a little messy and rip your paper sometimes, and that's okay. And that, my friends, is the basis, the foundation of our puppet box. If this wasn't quick and easy for you, if you feel like any part of this was confusing, I am figuring this out with you guys too. Feel free to leave a comment saying, hey, I didn't really understand this part, that was really confusing. Happily, we'll take advice and we can learn together. The last thing is fairly simple in terms of the box. We're just going to cut the back open, stab a little piece. This probably is not good for a 2-year-old. Cut all around the edges. Perfect. We have 4 dogs. That was a mistake. I had one. I got Cooper when I was in college. And he is an angel dog. I have no idea how he became so obedient and lovely, but he is just an angel. And then Chris has the 2 Yorkies. Chris has not seen or thought about the Yorkies in probably 5.5 years ago. Also, this is pretty self-explanatory, but simply taping the edges that we just cut to make it nice and secure. All right. How does she look? Now we're going to move on to the curtain base. I guess you could use regular fabric if you'd like, if you want to make it look more realistic. For me, I just got tissue paper at Target. You're going to take one big piece. We are going to be measuring it from the top of your box to the bottom, and you want it to be the same length as your tissue paper. I'm setting it at the top, measuring it down here, and I'm just gonna make a little cut in the bottom, just right along the bottom, so that it measures the same height as our puppet box. Cut right along that, straight across, and then we're gonna fold it in half, make that seam, and you're gonna cut along that seam so that you have 2 twin pieces of tissue paper. Next, you're going to take your piece and you're gonna fold it like a fan. I feel like everybody in elementary school has done this at least a couple of times. So once you've folded your tissue paper in this kind of xylophone type shape, take the top, scrunch it so that you have about 1 inch, and then you're gonna tape it. Beautiful. So it looks a little like a fan, but with a little bit of a wider bottom here. So now we're gonna take this guy, you're gonna bring it into your puppet box. We're gonna tape it to the bottom so that it looks like a curtain. Get a little piece of Scotch tape. You want enough space so that you can actually see the puppets, because that's the most important part by far. So just tape it so that you have, some space. There we go. 1 curtain down. Repeat on the other side. There we go. So now we're done with the adult part of the project. And so now it's time to bring in the kiddos. So now is always a fun part of specifically a toddler mom or toddler dad is going to see where the toddler has gone when you haven't heard him or her for a couple of minutes. Who's alive? Happy to report.
Look at how much mustard.
To be fair, this is not really a production
That's
for
too
him.
much mustard. Look at how much mustard's in the first one.
Welcome to my world. He's cleaning up the mustard with a slice of turkey.
Dad, there's mustard on those already.
Bill,
This is our grocery list. Look what I added. Look what I added to the grocery list, Al. So now that we have the puppet show palace complete, it's time to make the actual puppet. Pop Pop, we have a special guest.
A puppet. I need a puppet.
Do you want to put the eyes on it?
Yes.
Okay, let me wipe the mustard off your face real quick.
Cheese.
Okay, first things first, you're gonna heat up your hot glue gun in a space that is far enough away from your toddler that he can't reach it. Here's our puppet making supplies. So Cal, what do you want to make? What kind of puppet do you want to make?
A pig.
A pig?
Yes.
So Pop Pop, if you want to take your hand and then put your thumb in the wherever you want the mouth to be, you're gonna take your Sharpie. Beautiful. We're gonna take your little hand. Look at those, Cal.
And googly eyes.
And googly eyes. Do you want to put googly eyes on your puppet with Pop Pop? So what else do you want to put on your puppet? What color hair do you want your puppet to have? Do you see all these different colors? Do you want it to have yellow hair like you?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's green.
Ooh, green hair. Okay. Should we make an orange bow tie for him? Okay, perfect. I'm going to take Pop Pop's puppet and we're gonna put the googly eyes on. In this case, the sock is pretty thick, so you don't have to worry about the hot glue burning you.
Papa.
Little glue dot.
Today.
Like this. Here. Like that.
2 little glue dots. Like so. Okay, let's
Look
do
at my
it.
puppet, Cal.
Whoa! Are you getting your puppets, kittens? I can do my puppet.
And again, if you're hot gluing like I am, just do it yourself so that the baby doesn't get burned. Cal, are you ready?
Yeah.
Look at that, Calvie. Maybe a little lower if he wants to put a mouth on there. Be careful also not to hot glue the sock through to the other side, which I have done before. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm.
Great, Pop Pop. So Cal, what else do you think you want to put on your puppet? Do you want to put a nose?
Yes, I know.
Oh, an orange nose.
Look at my.
Oh, it's already on.
Oh my gosh, Cal, look at the bow tie the Pop Pop has.
And a nose for the puppet.
A nose?
A nose for Pop Pop and for Cal?
Orange nose?
Look at that.
Yes,
Are you excited?
yes,
Okay, put your hand in. Wow, Calvie. There's actually one more piece to this. We're going to name our
What?
puppet place. Cover this piece of extra cardboard that we used, that we cut off when we were doing it.
Hi, Cal.
Hello, puppet.
Hi, Cal.
Hello, puppet. Papa.
Hi, Cal.
Hello, puppet, Papa.
Puppet Pop Pop. So I'm just wrapping a piece of the extra cardboard. Does not matter what it looks like on this side because we're going to hot glue it and stick it on the front. So I'm thinking maybe Pop Pop and Cal's puppet place.
House.
Puppet house. Love it.
Let's go in the puppet house. Let's go in it, Papa.
The sign is totally obviously up to you what you want to make it look like. And then last but not least, just take your hot glue, string it along here. Your puppet house is ready. Are you ready to do a puppet show with Pop Pop?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, okay. Dad, you want to see the puppet show?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be duct taping this to the table in a way that it won't stick to the table, but that it will be secure so it won't fly everywhere during the big show. Are you ready for your puppet show?
Oh, yes.
We're so excited to watch. All right, introducing Cal and Pop Pop's puppet show.
Yay.
Hi, Cal.
Hello.
How you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm gonna get a dino. Welcome to my puppet show.
Welcome to my puppet show.
I'm gonna walk to my puppet show.
But Cal, you got to go on the other end of it. You gotta go on that side to do the puppet show.
Hello.
Oh, that's so nice.
And then say, the end.
The
But have the puppet come through like this. Not you, Dad.
end.
Yay!
Yay. Thanks, Cal. Thanks for being in the puppet show with me.
Good job, buddy.
So that is it for today's puppet show episode. Super fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Did you have fun? Did you?
At the puppet show.
You had fun at the puppet show?
Yes.
I'm so glad you had fun. And that's really all that matters at the end of the day. So I can't wait for this channel to continue and to see what other new crafts and activities we end up doing with our kiddos and just having a moment where we can be present with them and just giving ourselves a moment to decompress and not be worrying about anything else but them. So, and also if you have any suggestions, I'm gonna try to do this every single week. If you have any thoughts on what we should do or activities we should try or things we should make, feel free to leave it in the comments and I will make sure to look through them. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.
Happy Waddy Day at the puppet show.
Yes.